What's going on, guys? Can you see me? Hear me? Let me know. Hello, hello. You guys can see me? See my screen? Anything? Yeah, you guys? Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go. Super tired today, so I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to go through the charts that I have open already. Here's SPY. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Here we go on SPY. We got the pre-market high, pre-market low. All morning we were above the pre-market. We kept bouncing off the pre-market high. Came back into the range. We were dumping for a while, and look exactly where we held was the pre-market low. So that's good to see. That's still a bullish sign. I know a lot of people were worried market's dumping, but we still held the pre-market low, so everything's good. We closed just about almost right where we opened again, as usual. And it's not an all-time high close, but we were all-time highs during the day, I believe. So SPY is still looking great, nothing wrong. Candle is not too worrying right here. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, the candle's not a doji. It's a bit bigger body, so it looks fine. Everything looks fine. Look at the small sell volume here. Nothing to be worried about. Everything's still bullish on SPY. We got QQQ again leading the way. We took out the pre-market highs this morning, dumped back in, held the pre-market low, and just kept ripping all day. Closed at the high of the day. Everything looks great on tech right now. You got XLF, which was weaker today. Made no sense at all. All the banks gave upgrades yesterday. All of them said they were buying back stock. All of them raised their dividends. And we closed at near the low. We closed at the low of the day almost. So XLF again being the laggard. Tech is holding up the market. But right now, if you take a look at XLF, you zoom out to the daily, it just looks like a little bull flag right here. So we had that huge dump off. We ripped back up, and now we're just consolidating. See how it's really struggling at the 50-day. The 50-day is at 36.96. We need to close above that for continuation. So that's the only level you should be watching on XLF right now is 36.96. We need to close above that. See if we can get, sometimes there's delayed reaction to news just to screw people over. Like everyone's seen that bank news yesterday night. And, yeah, so sometimes people jump in calls right away because they've seen that bank news, right? So they have to screw them over before they rip. So let's see if XLF can get some volume tomorrow. Let's see if we can close above 36.96, the only level that matters. CMLF, really good start today. Huge bull volume in the first couple, in the first hour, and then just proceeded to drag all day. We closed above that resistance line again. It's an ugly, really ugly candle. If you look at the daily, it's a super ugly candle. Looks like a lot of profit taking, but as long as we close above this 1335, I'm not worried at all. We should make our way up to 1468 unless we close below that 1335 level. So that's all I'm watching right now. Still in all my calls, didn't sell any. Amazon looks pretty good. It looks like a reversal here. So you see how we ran up this whole thing. We literally ran from 31.72 all the way to 35.23. So 400 points in the matter of like 3 weeks. And we consolidated for 3 whole days. Everyone's getting worried, but now it looks like we're trying to turn it around. Let's see. There's not much bull volume, which is concerning. But on consolidation, you want the volume to go down. I don't like these 2 big sell bars, but let's see what happens with Amazon tomorrow. This could be a bear flag, or this could be a complete reversal, and we could rip to all-time highs. The way big tech is moving right now, the way the movements are going in Facebook, all-time highs, Google ripping, right? All-time highs. Apple moved today, I believe. Yeah, Apple moved today. Big move today. Close to that big level of 137 that I have. So Microsoft had a nice move as well. Yeah, so all of big tech is moving and Amazon is still lagging behind. So what I'm watching for now is the next move on big tech. I think Amazon will lead. We'll see how long it takes. I mean, I only have Lottos, or we'll see if we have enough time, but we'll see what happens. Neo got that great news end of day. Even if it didn't get that great news, this is exactly what you want to see in consolidation. Completely sideways. There's no down movement. There's no nothing. It's just completely sideways. So you look at the daily here. Or we had that one wedge drawn out the other day. Tearing off extended hours. So yeah. So this is the 4 hour that we were watching last week, I believe. I sent this wedge. So just a very easy wedge to see here. And we got that huge breakout. Look at this vol. Look at this. In 4 hours, it moved 8.5% straight up, and it's just been following through. We got that price target increase in the middle of the day. NEO looks fantastic right now. Plus, China stocks are strong, so it's all helping NEO out. Next level on NEO is $52. Over 52, it should go to all-time highs, as there's way less volume up here. So through 52, watch 52 on NEO, and then after that should be all-time highs. SC was just a beautiful candle. Look, this is a hammer candle. Look at the last time it formed this kind of candle right here. 4 days straight up. So let's see if we can get follow through on SC for the next couple of days. Usually when SC rips, DXY is going down. Yes, so the end of the day, you see how DXY dumped? Straight down from 3 o'clock, straight down to the close, and watch SC from 3 o'clock, which is, I think it was at 1300, right? Where was I? Hold on 1 second. So DXY started dumping at 1520 here. SC started ripping at, so 1520, it was already ripping. It's just straight line up. So we bottomed out this morning. If you got calls here, if you got lottos on SC at 277, they probably already would have been 300% right now. Missed that play, unfortunately. But yeah, great day on SC. Looks like we're going right back to test that all-time high level of 297.75. Let's see if we can get through 300 on this push. I still have my equity. I did sell a little bit, but I do have some still. EDU. So if my thesis is right and China is really getting affected by this Delta variant, they're going to break out the news soon. It's going to be all over CNBC, all over the news networks, everywhere. What's going to happen is all the reopening plays are going to dump, and all the lockdown names are going to start pumping. And today we saw a few examples of it. EDU getting huge flow, TAL getting huge flow, GOTU getting huge flow, ZM got a massive day today. ZM had only 1.5% day, but if you look internally, intraday we had a huge dump. Where do we have a huge dump? Where is this? Turn off extended. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, we just ripped all day. I don't know. 1.5%. I guess it didn't move as much as I thought, but still a strong day. Nice candle. Hammer candle again. Right through the 200 day, and it looks like it's going to continue. Right now we got the daily a little bit overbought, and the stochastics are a little high right now, so that's why I didn't take lottos personally. But if you zoom out, you can see I had the pattern all drawn out for you guys on a previous charting session. We had that inverse head and shoulder setting up, and look how much it ripped. Same thing, pattern recognition on Roku. You see the same, and look at the follow through we got on Roku. And there's one more. I forget the name. Can't remember all of them. But look at the follow through we got on Roku out of that same pattern. And ZM is just starting that now. So let's see if we get a rip on ZM. Maybe even get 500 by next week. If it starts ripping tomorrow, I might take some calls just for next week. Some ridiculously out of the money calls just because of this Roku pattern. And ZM and Roku are known to like be very explosive momentum names. So if people start jumping in, they can really start getting going. JD, T took those $80 calls at close. I think he's already way up on them. Let's see the daily. I have a ton of equity in this one. We have the same kind of pattern, inverse head and shoulders. You got to play the patterns that work here, guys. So what is it? We can start it from here. We can go to here. And we can zoom out a bit. And look at this. Alright, so the inverse head and shoulders that I show you almost every single day, they go like this. This is a shoulder, this is a head, and then this is the other shoulder. And this one's just starting to creep its head out as well. So we're looking for JD to go and test that. We wanted to go test the 100-day, which is at 82.80 right now. I think that's right. 82.89 is the 100-day, which is this dark blue line. So that's the next stop for JD. If it gets through that one, then there's like it can keep going for a while. The next level after that is around 87. So 82, 89, or 83, and then 87 are the levels on JD that you need to be watching. On the downside, you just play this trend line. If it breaks this trend line to the downside, your trade is gone. Rig, another good day in the morning, was just absolutely ripping. Went up and tested that 381. You see how it got, or the 481? You see how it got through the 481 for like 4 cents, and then the whales just knocked it down. They sold everything. Big ripper into the open, completely rejected 481, and then sideways all day. I'm still bullish on this one just because of all the insider buys. These guys know their company, right? Why would they be buying millions and millions of dollars of shares in their own company if they didn't know something was going to happen? So just a huge rejection off 481 today. It looks fine. Look how it's consolidating sideways after this big 4-day move up, just consolidating sideways. And if we close above 481, this one could rocket ship to all-time highs, I believe. All-time highs. I don't know how old this company is. No, it's not all-time highs. It's not even close to all-time highs, more like all-time lows. But if it does get through this on the weekly, it could go all the way to $7. So just keep an eye on rig. I'm still in all the August calls. I sold most of my July calls. Workhorse today, I took it after Rocket ripped. Usually when they rip the meme stocks, they take turns ripping them. So Rocket ripped, then gave up its gains. I jumped in Workhorse right away. I seen some volume coming in. Jumped in Workhorse. Within like 10 seconds, my calls were up like 25% or something. And then they released news that they were arguing with the contract. And yeah, it looks good for follow through. The only level you have to watch for on Workhorse is 1850 level, 1860 level. If it gets through 1860, this is gone. Like, look, there's no volume up here at all. So what we're watching for on Workhorse is we just need another continuation day. See if we can test 1860 tomorrow. If we test 1860 tomorrow, I'll take off more of my contracts there. And then if we get through it, I might even add some more. So that's just how I play resistance and support. You have to manage your own account. Plug looked great this morning, pulled back a little bit. The reason I jumped in this one was I seen on the 5-minute that we were getting a little bit oversold back here. This is where I bought my calls, I believe, right here. It was at 31, so it wasn't quite oversold, but it was very, very close to oversold. And then what I liked was I liked the daily chart on this one. So the daily chart looks like another Head and Shoulders. Go figure. But yeah, you could just draw a resistance even through here, even if you don't want to play the whatever. It's a very clear resistance. At 34.38, we closed at 34.08, I believe. Yeah, 34.08 we closed. Post market, we're already up to 34.66. So that's why I jumped in call next week's calls, just because I seen it oversold intraday, and I seen a very clear resistance line, and the daily looked great. So that's my reasoning behind this plug trade. See where it goes tomorrow. It was up nice all day. TTCF, nice day today. Rip to the close, even though most stocks were weak. Daily, look at this. This is a clear turnaround. Look at how it came all the way down, just hovered above the 50-day, almost touched it, and then reversed. And today it closed at 21.03. The 100-day moving average is at 20.84. So not only did we break through the 50, or not only did we hold the 50-day, we broke through the 100-day. So this one looks great for continuation, in my opinion. Still holding all my TTCF. I didn't sell any. Win is one that I might get out of quickly, just because of that Delta variant and that theory that I told you earlier. The only reason I bought it was this beautiful technical setup on this support line. So if it doesn't work, we can get out quick, right? Let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day I decide if I'm keeping my win or selling it. If we get a bullish follow through tomorrow, as you see, stochastics are way down here too. They're bound to curl up soon. It's not quite oversold, so it might take a little dip overnight or in the morning. But then let's see how we close tomorrow. If we close bullish tomorrow, hold this one. It'll be very easy to get it back to this resistance. If it breaks the support, I'm getting out of my options, or else they will go to zero, because that whole Delta variant thing, I'm usually spot on with these things, and that's just my thing. Thoughts on the rocket dip? Let's see, rocket. Rocket. What's going on here? That just looks like a doji. It's not really telling me anything. Rocket, that huge pop off the buyout rumor, and then they didn't even say a name, I believe. They didn't even say who's buying them out, so it just popped on the news. So it's buy the rumor, sell the news as well. No big deal. It doesn't really look too great. Closed near the middle of the day, so nothing really bullish about this one here for me. Unless it squeezes again. All these names, Baidu. All these names, they can go like randomly. So it's not really even stocks. It's like if they want to squeeze them, they will. Right now, nothing looks too special, less special to me on Rocket. Baidu, solid day, closed near the high of the day. And on the daily, it's the same kind of pattern again. These patterns are everywhere, I'm telling you. What is this magnet? Alright, so look, shoulder, head, shoulder, and rip. So again, what happened when it broke on Roku? Maybe it's going to happen on Baidu and ZM as well. Just keep that in mind. Keep this pattern on your charts. I can do Wish too. Wish is not a big deal. We have equity in this one now. I don't know if anyone... What the hell is this? Yeah, so... Wish, just a consolidation day. It's been grinding up all week. Like, look, for the last 1, 2, it's just been grinding up all day. 1 day down 6%, not a big deal. See where it closes tomorrow. The bear volume is way lower than the bull volume, so everything looks fine to me. We held the 8-day 1335 was the 8-day moving average, and it closed at 1340. So we closed above all the moving averages. Low volume consolidation, no big deal in my mind. There's a big volume shelf underneath it to protect it from going under. So if it does break below the 8-day and closes below the 8-day, then maybe it's time to get out. But for right now, I'm holding my equity. I'm not worried about it at all. Can do TSM as well. TSM, same pattern. Inverse head and shoulders, like I told you guys. A lot of the charts in the market right now have this pattern on them. This one's a little more messy. It might go. All these semiconductors, they all depend on Micron's earnings tomorrow after market. So when Micron, if it reports good earnings, then if Micron reports good earnings, all these will fly. TSM will fly. AMD should fly. AMD already flew, apparently. NVIDIA should fly. So just keep an eye on Micron's earnings. It's the most important thing. Okay, so July 20th is when NVIDIA splits 4-1. So for every stock you own, you'll have 4. That's good news. There'll still be $200 each. I don't know why they don't do an 8-1 or something now, because their stock's been running out. Do Baba last, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm super tired today, guys. I'll do a bunch tomorrow. Baba looks great. Everything looks fine on Baba. I don't know what you want to see on it. It's just a bull flag. Got a big rip. So we put in the low, we put in a higher low, and now we put in a higher high from this high. So that's just showing me that the daily trend is changing now. So now what we need to do is take out this 240 level. Next level is 240, and then after 240 we have 245. So 240 and 245 up levels on Baba, and low levels, I do not want to see it ever below 221.10 ever again. Alright guys, so thank you guys for attending. We will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's the last day of June. Keep an eye on those monthly charts. Let's close out June strong. And tomorrow, usually what hedge fund managers do at the end of the month is they artificially prop up stocks so their returns can look better for the month, so they can show their clients that they did better than they actually did. So we should have a bullish day. Just looking back, July 1st, June 30th and July 1st should be good days as far as normally they are. Obviously anything's possible. So let's see what happens, and good luck. See you guys in the morning.